I've been helping others understand their human design and it's not a generic reading. It's we find something that's of interest, a problem they're solving, or something they want to change, something they want to emphasize or add on, whatever it is that they're looking to do. And I've been helping them through nervous system work, imagination play, using their tapping into their creativity, and also using human design. And so I've been making these reports for them for the past about 4 months or so, I guess. And I made one for myself and I printed it. And it's freaking changed my world. It's rocked me in the best way. The best way. I highly, highly recommend it. And maybe you're interested in human design. Maybe you don't know that much about human design. Maybe you would like to have your own book about you. For kind of like that self-study or self-coaching. And that's how I look at it, what I'm doing these for. It's what I'm doing with my clients. I'm working with them and helping them and guiding them in very much in like a coaching that you would imagine kind of way, right? Helping them see through their own patterns and their own mindset and what doors could open. But what this gives them as I'm going through and I'm doing these for them, this is their self-coaching tool. They don't need me. They can be a lot more independent, and because really, to be honest, a coach never has your answers. They can help you find them. They can help you see them. They can help you uncover some things. They can be there as support. They can give you space. Sometimes they just know the right questions to ask so that you can find the answers within you, because they're all within you. So self-coaching is really the way of the future. I've believed that for a long time now. And so that's what I'm giving them, is this tool. And I'm going to share a little bit of mine on what I put together. I mean, it's like, oh, it's just delicious. And it's not heavy human design language, because I find that that's what a lot of the reports are. If you go online, they're all automated for the most part, not everybody's, but a lot of the ones I've seen, they're automated. So you plug in your birth information, they're going to give you the generic thing that they give to everybody who has that quality, that trait, that type, that profile, etc. And I go about it a different way. They're all handcrafted. They're all for that person. So I go through and we figure out, what are they looking to do? And then I go and I do what I do best. I am a 6'2". 6'2" generator, and the 2 loves to hermit, to go in and figure out that mastery. And then once they figure out something, they like to come out and share it. And my 6 line comes in handy because I am in the 3rd stage of my 6 line. I am 54, and a 6 line is about being above. Like, imagine, I always think about it this way: if you're in the neighborhood, you could be in the street and walking, and you experience your neighborhood in a certain way. You could be at the top of a high-rise building and experience it a different way. But you could be in the helicopter seeing over, and you see these other kinds of patterns that you can't see from when you're on the street. And that's what a 6 line does. So it all kind of works together. And I'm a generator. I have lots of energy. I have 7 of my centers defined. And for 3 of the 4 motors, I am, when I'm happy, like doing this, I am all in. And so what I do is I go behind the scenes, take everything that they're looking for, and I merge in like all the mentoring, all the coaching that I've ever done, and that I have also gotten for myself. I am able to ask the right questions to pull the right information, and then go through and do the work in their human design and present it back to them in language they understand. Because see, I'm also an educator. I was a professor for 19 years and a teacher for a handful of other years for kids through college, you name it. I've done it. And I know how important it is to put things into language of the person that you're helping to discover something. And I'm not here to teach you anything. I'm here to provide, hey, have you thought about this? Here's an opening. Here's a mirror. Here's a reflection. Maybe you could push it and you can go a little bit further. And that's where knowing how to work with creatives, you know how to push their imagination to help them take their next step. And so I put a lot of that into the reports as I go through them. And so that it becomes something that you live with for a year, maybe even longer. That's what I have intended with mine. I've already gone through it since I went and got it printed. There's a few pages like, oh, I don't even remember writing that, but I know I wrote it. And it speaks to me in language that I understand. And maybe mine has a little bit more human design than what I do for my clients because I understand a little bit more human design. But I still don't want everything in human design speak. I want it in my speak, the way that I talk, the way that resonates with me. The things, the stories and the things that are me. And so that's what I've been doing. And so I thought I would just share a little bit of the behind the scenes here and give you a little sneak peek into it. It's really long, so we won't go through the whole thing. But I just thought it might be cool for you to see what I'm putting in the reports. So maybe if you're doing these for other people, for clients of your own, these are some things that maybe it'll inspire you, or if you're interested in having one of these for yourself, there's something that I build from the ground up. They take a few weeks to get done. And I'll drop a link in here that you can have that too. I call them FlowPrints. I don't call them readings because I feel like most people who do the readings, I'm just going to tell you what I see your chart. I'm going to tell you what it means. And I want to give you a way to flow through your life. And when I say flow, the path of ease, that's how I think about it. I'm going to show you where it flows easily and where maybe it doesn't flow so easily, and how you can adjust that, and how you can counterbalance that and shift. And so that's that. I just write it from a different point of view, I guess. And so it's just my thing, what I call it. So let's see, things like, what a generator does. And I really do write about it in slightly different ways, and nobody's is ever the same. The formatting is not the same for each person because we are all not the same people. And I put a couple of things in mine that were specific to me. One is about my business, and one is about losing weight. And so I always put these little reflections, these other things to consider. I can come back to them at a later date and read these and come through them a little bit more. And anytime I can put a story in here that means something to me, or a photo that helps me to see me and reminds me of a moment, this is what I go through and I put in there. And I do the same thing for my clients, but I won't show you any of my clients because that's their private life. So, but I'm okay with sharing mine. So I thought I would just give you a little bit of insight in here. And I even do things like, this is about my family. That's my son, that's my husband, and how we come together. So there's even a part, I'm just going to flip through probably too quickly on here for you to read anything, but it's all right. You can always slow it down if you're really interested in reading. But this is all about my husband and myself and what happens when we come together, the magic that we create. And then I also did one with my son and the magic that we create together. And also my sister, because my sister is also really important in my life. She lives near me. I have another sister who's really important in my life too. She doesn't live near me, so we distance changes things just a little bit. So it's just, I'm just totally walking you through the whole thing here. I'm just clicking and clicking and clicking. But, I personalize it with, here's my artwork. That's personal to me because that means something to me. And, even like, I love the silliness and the fun. So even, here, this was for a project that I did this. More like my husband, my son, like when things just, it helps to resonate. And when I keep going back through this and reading things, I've already gone through some of the parts, and that just all clicks so much for me and has such depth. And to have this for yourself can be so helpful. I can't tell you the people that I have made them for, the feedback that I get, and what it has done for them. And they just feel like this came into my life at the most perfect time. And, it's always going to be the most perfect time on here. So that is what I just thought I would share with you. This is what I've been doing. These are the reports that I'm making. And if you're interested, maybe you got inspired, maybe you'll go explore human design. Maybe if you're using it with your clients, you'll think about it a little bit differently and how you can help them have something that's not dependent upon your sessions. That gives them something ripple compounding effects, and if not, if you want one of these for you, then reach out. I would love, I am so passionate about making them.